Avogadro's law. This Avogadro's law is taken from Avogadro's hypothesis. According to Avogadro's hypothesis, equal volumes of all gases under same conditions of temperature and pressures will have equal number of molecules. That means at constant temperature and pressures, if you take different gases of equal volumes, that means equal volumes of carbon dioxide, say nitrogen or oxygen, are taken in different containers of same volume. All these gases will have same number of molecules. If number of molecules are same, automatically the number of moles present in it will also be same. So now the Avogadro's law can be stated like this. At constant temperature and pressures, the volume of a given gas is directly proportional to its mole number. At constant temperature and pressures, the volume of a gas is directly proportional to its mole number. That means V is directly proportional to small n, where capital T and P are constant. At constant temperature and pressures, volume of the gas is directly proportional to its mole number, or V is equal to K into small n, where K is a constant, or V by N is equal to K constant, or V1 by N1 is equal to V2 by N2. This is Avogadro's law. Similarly, the Avogadro law may also be expressed with pressure also. At constant temperature and volume, at constant temperature and at constant volume, the pressure of the gas is directly proportional to its mole number. P is directly proportional to small n, or P is equal to K into small n, where K is a constant, or P by small n is equal to K constant. Therefore, P1 by N1 is equal to P2 by N2. P1 by N1 is equal to P2 by N2. This is another form of Avogadro's law. Both are same. That means basically, according to Avogadro's hypothesis, equal volumes of all gases contain same number of molecules under same conditions of temperature and pressures. Now we have studied three laws. On combining these three laws, we can get an equation which we call it as an ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation. Let us derive this ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation. This is a combination of all the three gases which we have already discussed. That is Boyle's law, Charles' law, and Avogadro's law. Now, according to Boyle's law, the volume of a given mass of gas is directly proportional to 1 by P, where small n and T are constant. This is according to Boyle's law. According to Charles' law, V is directly proportional to capital T, where N and P are constant. According to Avogadro's law, V is directly proportional to small n, where T and P are constant. On combining these three laws, V is directly proportional to 1 by P into T into N, or V is equal to capital R T N by P, where R is a constant which is known as universal gas constant, or PV is equal to nRT. This is one form of ideal gas equation. PV is equal to nRT, where P is the pressure of the gas, V is the volume of the gas, N is the universal number of moles, R is the universal gas constant, and capital T is absolute temperature. So PV is equal to nRT. Or you can say PV, is it visible? So PV is equal to nRT, or PV by T is equal to nR, where n is the number of moles, R is the constant. For a given mass of gas, number of moles is also constant. So R is also a constant. Instead of two constants, you can take a single constant, then PV by T is equal to constant. Therefore, P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. This is another form of ideal gas equation. That was another form of ideal gas equation. So, ideal gas equation. This is an equation which is derived by combining all the three laws, namely Boyle's law, Charles' law, and Avogadro's law. According to Boyle's law, at constant temperature, the given mass of gas volume is inversely proportional to its pressure. The volume of a given mass of gas is inversely proportional to its pressure at constant temperature. That is, V is directly proportional to 1 by P, where small n and capital T are constant. According to Charles' law, at constant pressure, the volume of the given mass of gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. Mathematically, it is V is directly proportional to capital T, where number of moles small n and pressure P are constant. According to Avogadro's law, at constant temperature and pressures, the volume of the gas is directly proportional to its mole number. Mathematically, it is V is directly proportional to small n, where V is the volume and small n is the number of moles, where pressure and T are constant. So, on combining all these three laws, V is directly proportional to 1 by P into capital T into small n, where V is the volume of the gas, capital T is the absolute temperature, and n is the number of moles, and P is the pressure. Or V is equal to R into Tn by P, where R is a constant. By converting proportional into is equal to, you have to multiply with a constant. That constant is capital R here. This capital R is a constant which we call as a universal gas constant. And T is absolute temperature and N is the number of moles, where P is the pressure of the gas. Then PV is equal to nRT. P is the pressure of the gas, V is the volume of the gas, N is the number of moles, R is the constant, and T is absolute temperature. Now, PV is equal to nRT. That is one form of ideal gas equation. So we can write PV by T is equal to nR. PV by T is equal to nR, where P is the pressure of the gas, V is the volume of the gas, and T is absolute temperature, where N is the number of moles and R is constant. For a given mass of gas, N is constant. So N is constant and R is also constant. Instead of two constant, you can use a single constant. That means PV by T is constant. Or P1 V1 by T1 will be equal to P2 V2 by T2. This is another form of ideal gas equation. Value of R. Let us derive the value of this universal gas constant capital R. We know, according to ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT. Now R is equal to, gas constant R is equal to PV by NT. Gas constant R value is PV by NT. Now you should learn two terms. One is STP. STP, and another term is GMV, gram molar volume. STP and gram molar volume. STP, standard temperature and pressures. Standard temperature and pressure. Standard temperature and pressure means 0 degrees centigrade or 273 K temperature and 1 atm pressure. 1 atm pressure is said to be STP. 0 degrees or 273 K temperature and 1 atmosphere pressure. Pressure and temperature both should be in these values only, and that condition is said to be STP condition or NTP condition. STP means standard temperature and pressure, or it can also be pronounced as NTP, normal temperature and pressure. Both have same meaning, normal temperature and pressure or standard temperature and pressure. That means temperature should be 273 K and pressure should be 1 atmosphere, then that condition is said to be STP condition or NTP conditions. Pressure is 273 K and temperature is 1 atmosphere, then that is said to be STP. Now at STP conditions, 1 mole of any gas will occupy 22.4 liters. Now in modern methods, now they are using, instead of 22.4, now they are using 22.71 also. In some calculations, in some books, you are getting 22.71 liters. So it has a slight difference, you will get slight difference in the solutions. Now at present, let us consider it as 22.4. So now 1 mole of any gas, 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liters at STP. This volume is said to be gram molar volume, GMV. That volume is said to be gram molar volume, GMV. So now let us take 1 mole of gas at STP conditions. Let us consider 1 mole of gas at STP conditions to evaluate this R value. So at STP conditions, T, capital T is equal to 273 K. Pressure P is equal to 1 atmosphere. This is standard temperature and standard pressure. 1 mole of gas, N is equals 1, and it occupies 22.4 liters volume. So these are the 4 values for 1 mole of gas at STP conditions. Now, if you substitute these values in this expression, we know that capital R is equal to PV by NT. Now, if you substitute all these values in this expression, then R will become, capital R is equal to P. P is equal to 1 atmosphere into V, PV. V is equal to 22.4 by N is equal to 1 into capital T is equal to 273. So, 22.4 by 273, this will be 0.0821 liter atmosphere per mole K. Liter atmosphere per mole K. That will be the R value. When pressure is expressed in atmospheres, volume is expressed in liters, and temperature in Kelvin scale, then you will get R value as 0.0821 liter atmospheres per mole K. Now, if you express this volume in milliliters, then at NTP conditions, it occupies 22.4 liters. The same volume will be 22,400 cc or ml. So then R value will become 1 into 22,400 by 273. That will be equal to 82.1 milliliter atmospheres per mole K. Milliliter atmospheres per mole K. That is R value in other units. So, R value will depend upon the units of pressure, volume in which we are expressing. If the units of pressure and volume are changed, R value will also automatically be changed. So, when we are doing the problems using R value, you should take care what are the units that you are taking volume, in what units that you are expressing this pressure. Basing on those units only, you have to take this R value. Suppose if you are in one problem, your volume may be in milliliters, then in the same problem you have to use R value. In such cases, you should take R value as 82.1. In some other problem, if you are taking volume in liters, then R value should be considered as 0.0821. So, at that time, pressure unit is also important. That in the such cases, pressure should always be in atmospheres only. If pressure was expressed in centimeters or millimeters or pascals or in some other units, you should not use it. You should convert it into atmospheres, then only you should use R value. That is more important while doing such problems. So, units are at most important while expressing this R value, because R value will depend upon the units in which the volume and pressure are expressing. Suppose if pressure is expressed in dynes, so the conversion of pressure in dynes should be in the form of HdG, where H is the length of the mercury column, where D is the density of mercury and G is the gravitational force. Now, for at STP conditions, the pressure is 1 atmosphere. So, 1 atmosphere will be equal to 76 centimeter Hg. 1 atmosphere will be equal to 76 centimeter Hg. In STP conditions, pressure is 1 atmosphere. So, when you want to convert into dynes, it should be in this form, that is HdG. So, for 1 atmosphere, the length of the mercury column is 76 and density of the mercury is 13.6 and its gravitational force is 980. So, pressure P is equal to 76 into 13.6 into 980 dynes per centimeter square. Dynes per centimeter square. This is pressure in dynes. If pressure is expressed in dynes and volume is expressed in cubic centimeters, 22,400 cc, then 1 mole of gas N is equal to 1, then capital R and T is equal to 273, then capital R is equal to PV by NT. It will be 76 into 13.6 into 980 by into 22,400 by 1 into 273. On simplifying all these things, you will get 8.314 into 10 to the power 7 ergs per mole K. This is R value in ergs per mole K when pressure is expressed in dynes per square centimeter, volume is expressed in cubic centimeters, and temperature is expressed in Kelvin scale, then R value will be 8.314 into 10 to the power 7 ergs per mole Kelvin. This is the R value in CGS units. So, we should take care while using R value. There are so many ways, so many numerical values for R basing on the units of pressure and temperatures. So, when we are doing problems with ideal gas equation, you should be utmost care about the units of pressure, volume. Of course, in all the cases we will use temperature in absolute scale. The only thing is pressure and volume should be taken in a proper units. Then only you have to consider the R value. Basing on those units only you have to consider the R value. Then only it stands for the ideal gas equation. It is very important. Now in SI units, R value will be expressed in joules per mole Kelvin. 10 to the power 7 joules, ergs is equal to 1 joule. So R value in joules, R value will be, in joules it will be 8.314 joule per K. So when R value is expressed in joules, the pressure should be in newtons per square meter. In ergs, if you express R value in X, the pressure will be in dynes per square centimeter. But if you express R value in joule, the pressure should be in newtons per square meter and volume should be in decimeter cube. Volume should be in decimeter cube and pressure should be in Newton per square centimeter. Then R value will be in joule per mole K. Now in calories also you can express R value. 4.184 calories will be equal to 1 joule. So R value will be equal to 1.987 calorie per mole K. This is the R value in calorie per mole. Now you have R value in liter atmosphere per mole K. In liter atmosphere per mole K, pressure will be in atmospheres and volume will be in liters, then R value will be 0.0821 liter atmosphere per mole K. If pressure is in atmospheres and volume is cubic centimeters, then R value will be 82.1 milliliter atmosphere per mole K. If pressure is in dynes per square centimeter and volume will be in cc cubic centimeters, then R value will be in ergs and its value will be 8.314 into 10 to the power 7 ergs per mole K. If pressure in newtons per square meter and volume in decimeter cube, then the R value will be in joule per mole K. If you want to express R value in calories, 1.987 calorie per mole K. So these are the different values of R in different units.